Right, we got to my mum's place really late last night. I don't know why we chose to do that, but it feels bloody good being here. Now, we've got to get cracking into organising, fixing, upgrading. It's a heap to do, so let's get cracking, as they say.
So we figured that we would do a recap of our entire shakedown series. Just for those who have maybe found us from the last couple of videos, it was a pretty damn good shakedown series. Let's go back to week 1. Just a disclaimer, this shakedown trip shook us down despite how awesome some of the places we got to were. Some pretty crazy stuff happened, but also some good solutions happened to those problems, and I think that's really the whole point of life, right? Traveling's no different. Problems come up, we figure it out, and we try to thrive as best as we can with what we know in our environment. But with travelling, your environment changes, especially in Australia where the landscape is so different. Every few hundred k's you travel, it's pretty nice to be done with all the shookness of the shakedown. Hey, I'll tell you what, Jade is up in the tiny home, so we'll go see her now, eh?
Hey, I was just going over the footage from our first week, and I remember how much of a nervous wreck we both were.
Yeah.
All we knew at this point was we wanted to get to OUTBACK Queensland. So we're going to head north today.
Let's get into it. You know, we were really proud to film that sequence. It marked the beginning of trying to make movies on YouTube for you, as opposed to just content. You know, and that relies a lot on good communication between Jade and I, which wasn't perfect, and it still isn't. Watch.
Well, the drone's set up ready to go, mate, so chop chop.
Oh, is it ready to go?
Yeah, mate.
Oh, I thought we were bringing it back home. That's why I was waiting.
Nah, go.
Oh, dang, let's go catch the drone. Yeah. There was a few more stops, obviously, along the way to get there. But this is just a recap video, so just get off my back, all right? No. What you can do is go and watch all the videos week by week as we documented it that way. And in truth, all the stuff in here is just excerpts from those videos. So if you want the in-depth look, go back and check them out. However, here is a clip of those artesian baths. Nice and warm at 7 a.m.
I know people on Instagram and YouTube love things to be aesthetically pleasing. This place definitely isn't that, but there is definitely worse things to be doing on a Friday morning.
A cool little donation camp with an artesian ball bath to start off our first week. It settled the nerves a little, but my God, we were so keen to see some red dirt.
Look at this.
How do you feel?
Look at the contrast between the red and the green. It is so red. I love this. This gets me going.
So that was just a short stay at a free camp just outside of Bourke. But then it was time to hit arguably Australia's best artesian baths location.
Yep, Charlotte Plains.
Actually, it will help to have a bit of context here. I love David Attenborough films a lot. That was the Australian tumbleweed. I should do it in a David Attenborough voice, shouldn't I? That is the Australian tumbleweed, capable of travelling over 4,500 kilometres, spreading its seed to set in stone for the next generation. How was my impersonation? God, that guy's a legend. Tumbleweed's cooler than you think. I'm cooler than you think. Promise. So we wrapped up our time at Charlotte Plains and went to Thargomindah.
It was just a simple camp. The outback scene is why we were there, not the camp itself. You'll see what I mean. Watch.
We're leaving Thargomindah today. Let's go and get everything ready to go.
right, I just wanted to interrupt this montage for a second, just so we can all together appreciate this. I know it looks cool in the drone shots, but when you get out of the car and you stop and you're just in the environment, it makes you feel this big. All your worries just kind of fade away. That's what I'm loving about this. You don't even get that same feeling just driving through it because you're kind of encased in your car. You know, it's more safety. When you get out of here, you can just feel it. You know? Anyway, I have got to run back to the car now. So, let's go. Let's get back to the drone shots.
And we end up in the middle of nowhere, aka Nakundra.
Then in Aminka, South Australia, baby. Hey, fun fact, I earned us, my whole family, a free lunch cooked personally by the woman at the trading post just for getting their forklift going again for them. The funny part was all I had access to was a stick of Rio and a can of degreaser out the back from the shed that I found. Hey, either way, that's a win-win by any bloody means. Now for a little bit more of Nathan and Jade's style. Filming the that most other people don't want to share about caravan life. The actual Alright, well, dump point, water fill up, fuel fill up. Indy's in. Today's going to be our first long stretch of proper dirt road.
And it was bloody awesome. Check it out. Let's leave South Australia and get back into Queensland.
People DM us about tyre pressures when we're on the sand and dirt road, etc. Dirt road tyre pressures in this situation: 25 psi front tyres of the car, 35 psi rear tyres of the car, 30 psi caravan. Hope that helps. You'll notice that I have Exhibit A more black singlets than I do white. This is why. Anyway, I'm prone to getting white shirts dirty, and here I am rolling around in red dirt. While we were out there, it really just felt like you're in a completely new world, much like the ones you see only in movies. There was literally nothing else to film other than what you're seeing right here. From this turning point, it was just flat, open, vast. Feels like we're on Mars. A couple of more hours of scenery just like this, and we finally turn off to find camp. So one of the things that I talked about organising before we came on this trip, but thought we should be right, seeing as we're only doing a couple of thousand Ks on our shakedown, is wheel bearings. Have a listen to these. Go, Jade, and then we'll stop again, eh? Not the best. However, I have got the part number off it now. I'm going to see if I can source some. I'm going to pre-grease some, zip them up in a Ziploc bag and chuck them in the bottom of the toolbox. So that way when the time comes, I don't have to be stuffing around here like this on the side of some track. Greasing bearings in the sun. Probably a good one to do for the future, but I'm definitely going to be doing that. I should have already done it in truth, but anyway, I'm going to pop this bad boy back on go inside with my family. Hey? Alrighty.
We end this week off in the most remote place that we as a family have ever been. Just take a look at how small we are. This is a small free camp off Arrowbury Road, right along the border between South Australia and Queensland. As far as next week goes, here's a sneak peek into how much more remote we get. We do have a little bit more fun with the Ford Everest next week, but stay tuned for that, because if you've got one of these cars and you've been wondering whether or not it's worth touring in, or if it's even capable enough, well,
Definitely capable. However, we tow a max of 3 tonne when full of water. Any more weight, and I reckon this car will struggle with temperatures.
we pick up where we left off last week. It's hot, dry, rugged, and the full drive's taken a beating. We've got to get back to the coast so we can get parts to fix this thing. But that's the reason why we're putting it through its paces on this.
Birdsville, baby! Hey, this is a mad little town. We absolutely loved it out there. And in true Nathan and Jade fashion, Jade does the gnarly driving while I do the filming. Check out the sand dune action.
I don't know how it's going to go.
Anybody else love texture sounds? Some people say that it could mean that I'm on the spectrum. I say they're just the sounds of life, baby. Hey, check out this clip of Jade absolutely smashing it up the big red sand dune in the desert just outside of Birdsville.
Actually, really nervous. I think I've accidentally picked the steeper of all the lines. The top of Big Red. That was so much fun.
This is sick. Look at this tune.
It's pretty freaking.
Personally run up Big Red with my own 2 feet, baby.
I love being the driver.
You know, anyone would think I absolutely love running around on sandy, steep hills in the heat. I did that all over Fraser Island too, remember? Jesus.
This is amazing.
Don't just stand there like a stunned mullet. Yes. Oh yeah. They've just let the whole bus float out. Kind of ruins the natural vibe, but it's everyone's entitled to be up here. It's a public place at the end of the day. It's still beautiful.
Big Red sand dune, it makes me so much more excited to do Blue Rag in the Vic High Country, which we're doing in January. Which is where we are at now, preparing for the travel series next year, ironing out the last of the weak points and new additions we need to make our setup perfect. We will definitely go all over that in another video. For now, let's get back to some mid-trip repairs that desperately needed doing in Longreach Caravan Park. We're going to be here for a few days. We don't really want to stay at caravan parks all the time, but we've got some much needed repairs that need to be done to the car and the van, especially after all that dirt road we did, the Arabri Road. A lot of damage. Knife's busy.
Yeah, we've lost an airbag. That's what dirt roads do to your grey water pipes.
Hey, look, here's another hole that I've still got to fix.
There's an in-depth breakdown of Nath going over all the repairs we did in a previous video. So let's move on to Winton, where I thought I was going to live out my dream moment.
These birds here, I'm not actually sure what they're called, but they stand like shoulder height for me, which is, I mean, not record breaking by any bloody means. I'm only 5'7", but that's a big bird. They're obviously used to people around here at camp, and if you can see, there's actually a family of cats. There it is. There's another one, Jade, coming across the paddock. Look.
If you don't know what the cat distribution system is, it was just kind of this phenomenon, I suppose, that where you would just be walking down the street and a stray cat would come to you and you would then take it in as an owner, and obviously you were so excited because this stray cat come to you. And I always wanted that to happen to me, but clearly, obviously it never happened, and I kind of hope it doesn't happen while we're traveling. But there's stray cats everywhere, and they're actually really cute. There's a gorgeous cream one over there that just playing and stuff. So as much as I love cats, there's like 7 stray cats surrounding the van at the moment. I just caught one in the bin, in the spare bag bin, but I've got to take this around the other side of the van, and they're freaking everywhere. They're obviously used to people, but this is actually kind of scary. Okay. Because what's scary, as I'm watching some cats right in front of me, but then if I pan the camera around, I just see, oh, there's one just there, it's okay. As I pan the camera around, I see the lights, their eyes lighting up, like freaking 7 pairs of them. There's so many, it's freaking me out.
Well, I reckon you've had enough of us for one night. We've done a fair few Ks this week, really putting the Everest through its paces, shaking it down. That's the whole point of these videos, it's the whole point of this trip. We're really trying to figure out where the weak points are, how we can make sure our setup is as bulletproof as it can be. Something that's making all these kilometres so worth it is watching Indy grow up by the fire. And you can see here just how much she loves it, eh? She's just like her old man and her mum, just loves the outdoors and doesn't mind being a little bit grubby. Even if she did mind, she wouldn't have much of a bloody choice.
We did need to move back to the coast for some parts at this stage and some Facebook Marketplace deals along the way.
Yeah, just the fact that it's a condensed suburb, it just doesn't feel like, when you've got a setup that's built for the bush, it just feels like you're out of its element, you know? Hey Dindy, we're about to stop, darling.
Alright, so stop.
Righto, we just got to Crystal Creek. Indy's been helping me back the van up into place. Jade's been on the 2-way helping me find the right spot. No leveling blocks, this is perfect. It is a very different vibe from Outback Queensland. We are well and truly in the tropics now. This is a great shakedown trip. However, we do have a drive shaft issue. Just as a bit of an idea of how bad this uni joint is on our tail shaft, have a listen. Definitely on its way. Part is ordered, should be here tomorrow, potentially later this week in a couple of days. Bit of bush mechanics and we should be on our way with a very healthy tail shaft. Hopefully that's the case. Townsville has the goods. There's a place called Hardy Spicer that has ordered one for me. $283, which I think is a steal personally, seeing as the driveline is kind of a lifeline when it comes to a moving vehicle. So I'm pretty happy about that. But we are going to set ourselves up here and enjoy this evening. That's what we're going to do. It's nice and cool here.
outskirts and city were beautiful. We repaired the car. Again, there is a full video of Nath repairing the car if you want to watch that. But next we decided, let's take our car on a ferry to an island. We literally pulled on like less than a minute ago and we're moving. Now that is either stupid timing or perfect. Magnetic Island, just off the coast of Townsville.
So Jade reckons this mountain behind me looks like Jurassic Park. What do you guys reckon? It's giving Jurassic Park vibes, eh? Anyway, there's a shipwreck just offshore that is literally its own little island now. There's trees and everything. Have a look at this.
Perfect time to test your attention span and see how long you'll watch us eat burgers for. They're chicken burgers that I made, but they're pretty good. Mine has chili sauce on it, if you're wondering. But Indy, do you want to telepathically say something to them by staring at the camera? Come on, you know you want to. Oh, what did she tell you just then? Oh, I'll tell you what, you've done well if you're still sticking around. You haven't got TikTok brain, but I think you've had enough. Yeah, you had enough. All right, no worries. Let's get back into it then.
This segment is more of a keepsake for us, really, but enjoy it anyway.
Well, Jade and Indy have left to go down to the water without me, so we may as well go get in as well, eh? Let's go. Good job.
Okay.
Well, that was a nice beach. Yeah, it was a bloody good time considering it was more of a tourist attraction than it was an off-grid camping experience.
Now, as for the remainder of the week, we did a couple of more day trips to some small water holes where we were able to swim and beat the heat. It was our first wedding anniversary, so we went out for dinner. And for the most part, we've just been taking the time we need to really settle into living in a caravan. It can be a lot more challenging than what people make it seem like on social media and how people portray it. It has its challenges, even though it has so many bloody advantages. Anyway, that's all for this week. I'd really love for you to like and comment. And if it's something that you are into, you can just tap that subscribe button as well. That really helps us out as small up-and-coming YouTube content creators. But anyway, thanks again. We'll see you next week.
The next place we went may have just won our hearts for one day when we do want to settle down and buy some property. Amazing.
Coffee, my darling. Hey, where are we going this week?
We're going to the
That was a bit abrupt, wasn't it? It's a little bit like premature ejaculation. Yeah, all jokes aside. Sometimes it's just really hard for me to finish a sentence. Even just the drive through the surrounding farmland is beautiful on our way up to Walman Falls. See? Awesome scenery. Walman Falls themselves are truly breathtaking though. You'll see what I mean.
We are so high. This is insane. Gonna see the waterfalls.
Alright. Oh, dude, this is spectacular, isn't it? Damn, dude.
Oh my God. trying to fly the drone and there's so many flies.
March flies bite us. They're not going for India. That baby insect repellent must be working a treat because they're fucking biting me.
But now we get to the real heart of the Atherton Tablelands. How bloody beautiful. That was one of the few farm stays that we stayed at while in the Tablelands, and it was 10 minutes from Millimilla Falls. It's pretty cold right now, but I think we're just gonna have to go for a swim.
Just cold fresh water is my jam.
Sadly, it was time to pack up.
Keep going, stop. Where are we?
We are at Herberton Historical Mining Village, and it is beautiful. I love all the historic buildings, and some of the stuff's from the early 1800s.
But you're just like a history snob anyway. Like not even just a nut or a nerd, a snob. Promise.
I just love this. I'm having a field day.
Now, this right here, in my opinion, was probably the peak of our trip. This farm stay we found on Hip Camp was just, you know what? I'll let you decide what words you would use to describe it.
Tell you what, for me and Jade, it was pretty damn hard to leave the Atherton Tablelands. I mean, just look at this place. But welcome back to another episode where we test out our setup along far north Queensland's coastline. And a fair few things don't go according to plan this week, and we share a little bit more about that as the video goes on. So sit back and enjoy, and if you don't get the itch to want to travel this great nation yourself after watching this, then, well, we're just not the same.
See what I mean? Speechless. Tell you what, next stop, Cairns.
Car sick. Feels horrible, doesn't it? So we just, excuse me, I'm just going through a rainforest. We got to Cairns and spent the weekend with my mum and my little brother who flew up to spend time with us. Then we left the tropics for the trip.
Bilby farm stay, also on Hip Camp, was definitely a huge highlight of this trip as well. I won't go into too much detail in this video, but if you want to see it in detail, find the video titled Shocking Find, and there's a full breakdown in there. It's an awesome, awesome camp. Anyway, let's keep moving. Alright, I don't know exactly where this bloody dump point is, but this is the nicest drive I've ever done with the map showing me to go to a dump point. I mean, we're in this beautiful wetlands right now. Like, there's surely not a dump point just here. I mean, seriously, the map says 4 minutes away. That's like a couple of Ks. Oh, we'll see what it looks like when we get there. You don't really want to watch me empty out all of this stuff, do you? No. Let's get back on the road. open sesame.
Now we're on our way into Stanage Bay, and it is a very long trek from the Bruce Highway right in. But it was so worth it, we reckon.
Kind of ballsed up and didn't bring enough water. Kind of forgot. A bit flustered this morning. You know, those days. So we stayed for a couple of days, then we started traveling down to Yeppoon, where we filmed the weirdest thing that's ever bloody happened. We're hitting the road. What the? I thought I was just bloody hearing things and seeing things. Then it actually appeared. Like a lure or something. Oh, I'll tell you what, I need to collect some fishing gear. Stop. You're kidding me. Oh, it's not a lure. It's like a chicken toy. Wait a second, there is no way. Do you really think that? No. There's no way, eh? Don't worry.
So it just pulled up, Nace jumped out to do a pee, and
What the hell? Get back to the car. Oh God.
he's waving at me like a madman. The sun looks normal. What are you talking about?
Wait, what the frickin' hell is going on today? The sun looks crazy. I can't stop hearing this. Buddy, where the hell's he gone?
What are you talking
That chicken thing that I picked up before.
Okay, mate, you're losing it.
We are going to get to the beach.
Without you losing your marbles.
Okay, we'll see us when we're there, I think. If we make it. I don't know what the hell's going on today. Bastard. Stay in here. They're all lit up. Where's that chicken?
What chicken are you talking about?
Oh, well, don't worry, we'll turn up somewhere. I'm sure of it.
Okay.
Hey, stop for a sec. Stop. Whoa.
It's not that bloody imaginary chicken again, is it?
To be honest, I did think I saw him, but anyway, stuff it. Let's just go to the beach. Don't worry about it. Come on, don't worry about it. Okay, why do we film that? I don't know, we just wanted to do something different for you guys that are watching caravan travel videos. It's all kind of the same out there, and I don't know, we just like to do things a little bit differently, plus it was fun, right? It's also yet to be continued, by the way. Anyway, we hit a bucket list item next. Coffee, darling. I was just explaining to the good people how it's not always bucket list items in your travels, but what's bucket list item are we heading to this week?
We're going to go to Fraser.
Oh, no, that didn't work. Where are we going?
We're going to Fraser Island.
Oh, I know why it's not working, because it's not called that anymore.
Oh, we're going to...
Okay, I've got to admit, I was super proud of that segment that I filmed and edited. That's some bloody Steven Spielberg stuff right there, eh?
Now, let's see if I get bogged at inskip.
Not getting bogged on inskip. Oh, stop it. Oh my god, we did it. We didn't get bogged on inskip.
Next hurdle was not getting bogged coming off the ferry.
Someone got bogged in front of us, but it's just like, no, I'm sorry, bye.
Yeah.
Gotta be selfish because we've got to get this man out of here.
Right, so that was the first bit of sand towing, and the Everest and Jade took it like absolute champions. But let's go and check out some of the places that we went on the island.
We're off to an awesome start. Check out this lake that most people don't even talk about.
I broke the drone. I was the pilot. Jade doesn't do this. But what does suck is it means that the rest of the time on Fraser we don't have a drone for awesome shots, which I'm still trying to get over. But you know, you can actually play with that now. There's no need for you to be careful with it anymore. Lake Garawangera.
Fun fact, I love heavy metal. Weird for a small blonde chick, I get it. But what can I say? It's sick.
So Ngala Rocks was an awesome bloody day trip, but the west side of Fraser Island is so much more secluded than the rest of the island. I mean, even the drive over was bloody beautiful. Check this place out. One thing I can't actually understand is how you'd want to come here and just blast music and drink copious amounts and not just take it all in. Now, it's just all those distractions, but there's so much here to appreciate just from the drive from the east side all the way across to the west. We've been through beautiful rainforest, this classic looking Aussie bush scene with banksias, grass trees and eucalypts everywhere. And just the silence and fresh air, eh? I know what you're thinking, just show us the west side of Fraser already. All right, Jesus. So this is Warrelly Creek, pretty much halfway up the western side of Fraser. Beautiful drive across here, as you saw, my God. And it's perfect swimming. Nice, breathing, cold, fresh water. We're going to enjoy a little bit more time here, and then we're going to head back. Come on, come to Dad. Doing very good, darling. Another good thing about this side of the island, there's much less people here. In fact, there's only 5 or 6 different wheel tracks that I can see from today entirely, which is just much more peaceful. The irony of me saying that right now, watch this, I'll zoom in, hang on. All those cars over there, they all just rocked up right as I said that. Screaming down the beach. Anyway.
Our time on Fraser was awesome. But I do have to say, I got over the sand everywhere by the end. And getting the van off the island was just as scary as bringing it on. So I was a little keen to just get that over and done with.
So in that previous segment, you saw that time-lapse bit. You can really see how wide the beach is for the most part at low tide. Definitely don't even attempt to tow in high tide because you'll get unstuck. Having all that room to zig and zag to kind of dodge all the soft stuff really comes in handy.
There was no other way around.
Look at how close some of these situations get on this island. There was about 10 meters of runway when the waves receded for us to duck on through there. See, just in that last clip, all the U-turn tracks. It's good to see people played it safe when the tide was higher. We got there just at the right time, thankfully. We were able to sneak through, right? Let's
play this in real time because honestly, in my humble opinion, with the right tyre pressures, Inskip Point is not as sketchy as others claim to be. Bear in mind, we did have rain the night before though. That probably helped us out a hell of a lot because it was a pretty easy trip off. Check it out. Once we got off Fraser, we decided that we would hightail it home, do a bit more driving than normal, basically, and make sure we can get everything prepared for Christmas and for our trip next year, basically, giving ourselves enough time. Which pretty well wraps up our 2025 Shakedown series. We've shook down the setup and we've found the weak points, we've found what we do and don't want, and we'll cover all that in the next few weeks' videos.
We have a few mods, upgrades, removals, setups, and planning to do for our trip next year. So we're bunkered down here at my mum's property to get that all done.
So we will have a few videos of all of that coming over the next few weeks, like I just mentioned. So stay tuned for a list of modifications, upgrades, tools, camping gear, even clothes and cooking gear that we're going to take. I think you'll be surprised with how minimal we're going. So hopefully those videos will help you to understand what to pack, and maybe it'll give you a bit of insight as to what type of mods that you can do inside your smaller caravan to kind of maximize things. Either way, we hope that you've enjoyed the Shakedown series. I hope you've enjoyed getting to know us and coming along for the ride. Basically, next year is going to be awesome. Hopefully everything goes to plan. That's generally not how it bloody goes though. But either way, we'll catch you in next week's video. Thanks again for watching.